Guys, this is a really, really simple lunch dish, great for meal prep, very adaptable. The base of it is a plant-based protein. I'm using some mixed beans. I've got a 4-bean mix and just some regular red kidney beans. I think watch out for the brand that you buy. I'm not particularly for or against any brand, but just be curious, read the ingredients and just make sure that it's just beans, water and salt. Because a lot of them do have sugar, a lot of them have preservatives, anti-caking agents, that kind of thing. I bought some Italian ones today. I try and buy Australian when I can, but just keep an eye on that. I've just drained them and just rinsed off some of that kind of starchy liquid, and they're going to go into our mixing bowl. Essentially what we're doing is we're making a base that you can have by itself or add anything you want to it. Just by really simply seasoning up these beans and making an interesting little salad. So we've got some cherry tomatoes, and I'm just going to chop these up into kind of quarters so that they're about the same size as the beans. I'm going to do this very fast and roughly because we're on video, but essentially guys, 1 punnet of cherry tomatoes to 2 tins of beans is a really good balance. And what's that cost me? Like, I don't know, $5 for pretty much what's going to be, I don't know, a good 3 or 4 portions of food, rather than going and buying a salad at your local cafe for what? How much does the salad might have, Sam?
$12, $15, something like that.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is achieve the same amount of sort of flavor, protein, very, very cheap, very high in vegetable protein and vitamins, and super easy and adaptable. So got all your lovely cherry tomatoes going in there. And next we're going to think about flavoring this up. So a lot of people will probably stop there, which is going to be fine, but what we're talking about is making stuff tasty and make it so you can have it every day and still feel pretty good about it. First thing I'm going to go in with is some herbs. I'm going to use some fresh and some dried herbs today. We've got about a 1/4 bunch of parsley there. Little tip for you, the stalks here are really good. If you think about where the plant grows from the ground, so all the nutrients come up through the stalk. So there's a lot of flavour in them. You just have to chop them a bit smaller. So what I'm going to recommend, grab your parsley, fold it in half, kind of roll it up, and then get your knife and just rock backwards and forwards and just make a nice little fine chop of parsley. Once again, I'm doing this fast and chefy because we're on video. But at home, what you want to be doing is just running your knife through that and just kind of giving it one of these. Hand on the back of the knife, go back and forth, bring it around. You can chop like that and never cut yourself and look really cool. But look how fast I'm chopping, But you're never going to cut yourself and it's really easy. But essentially, we're getting that nice and finely chopped up so you don't have those big hunks of stalk in there. Instantly adding some colour, instantly adding some freshness to our dish. Fresh herbs are definitely better than dried herbs, and you can add some basil in there, some mint, coriander. But the one dried herb I think is really good is oregano. And for this dish, it has a really nice kind of Greek Mediterranean vibe. Dried oregano is awesome. Excuse me, a little pinch of that, go in, rock and roll. And now we're getting there with some serious flavour. Next up, a bit of salt. These beans have been soaked in salt, like a briny water, but they're by no means salty. Tomato by itself, delicious. Tomato with a pinch of salt, amazing, because it makes it taste more like tomato. So I'm going to put a little pinch of salt in there, and then a very, very simple dressing. What we want to be doing is thinking about, mixing an acid with a fat. The most basic way of making a dressing, I'm using red wine vinegar and a good olive oil. You can do this without the olive oil, but I think it just adds a slight bit more body. And you want to think about, 2 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. So I'm going to add what is about a tablespoon of vinegar there, a couple tablespoons of olive oil. And then what we're going to do, very simply, give it a bit of a stir around. And you can see this is freaking amazing colours, right? That right there already looks more interesting than whatever you're eating for lunch right now. And then this comes into your palate, just having a little taste. I eyeballed that perfectly. That's really good. That's the first element of our salad. Essentially what you can be doing is just, grabbing a freaking Tupperware container like this. This is what I do for my wife all the time. Take some of this pre-mixed salad, which is really good, and for a small household, really helpful. Dunk in a handful of that. Dunk in a bunch of these beans here, and then allow some of that dressing to pour on top as well. I'm making a mess as life goes on. And that by itself, or even just with a little bit of feta sprinkled on top, what a freaking lunch, guys. So that is like a 2-minute lunch, and that's all done for 4 days. I'm just gonna show you how to cook a steak and put it on top, but for the time being, guys, bean salad, can't go wrong.